I just don't understand, Diana. Why would Bruce Allen basically give us way too much information about what was going on behind closed doors? It seems to me that they just successfully made a bad situation even worse, which is kind of what they do.
Yeah, because basically, if they thought Kirk Cousins was bitter during the RG3 days, this basically is going to push him over the edge here. Because why release the details of what you offered your quarterback that's going to be your starter this year? Normally, we hear front offices release that information for a free agent, not a player that's returning to be your guy. And the tone, that bitterness has been the issue for Kirk Cousins over the years, going back to the Mike Shanahan days, going back early on when we all knew that at some point Kirk Cousins was a better quarterback than Robert Griffin III, but Dan Snyder wanted to make that work. So 2015, they said, Kirk, prove to us that you're the guy. He goes out in 2016, breaks franchise records. He proved himself right. Still not good enough, though.
Because they don't think he's all that good and worth the money that he wants. See, Jeremy, all you got to do is do the math. $24 million coming to him this year, $28.7 million on the transition tag for next year. Add that up, that's $52.6 million. How much you said they offered him? $53 million.
$53 million.
So basically they said, we'll guarantee you what's already coming to you.
Yeah, right.
So why would you counter that?
Right.
So we've been looking for a non-racist nickname for this team for a long time. I finally got it. Washington can't get right. Because you know how hard you have to try to turn the common person against management and player negotiations?
Oh, my goodness.
Kirk Cousins is going to have the most leverage of any football player we have ever seen in the National Football League next year. During free agents, the Redskins have 6 months to figure this out. And this is why he didn't sign it, you know. And when I reached out to the Redskins and I asked them, why would you release the details of his deal? And they said
they had an explanation for this? They had a reason?
They had a reason.
Okay.
I'm dying to know.
Their reason is that Kirk's agent said that the Redskins didn't make an offer, that they didn't put any numbers out there. So they wanted to make sure all the Redskins fans out there knew that they were offering.
Because they deserve to know this.
Exactly.
Transparency goes wrong.
Right.
We want transparency.
Let's not win games. Let's win the press conference. Let's win the Washington Post.
Exactly. And that's not going to work because, if anything, I think they were trying to win the Redskins fans over. But all I think it's going to do is have those fans turn on Kirk Cousins because now he looks greedy in some fans' eyes. But anyone that follows us closely knows that.
Are you sure about that, though? Because I think, given the reputation of this franchise, I don't think this makes them look good at all. Like, they see what the numbers are, and you're right. Generally speaking, fans, as Mike said, they tend to side with management. But in this case, I think they actually messed up their PR, sort of all the PR, good PR they had going, because what's lost in all this is that Kirk Cousins may not have wanted to be there anyway.
Well,
and people have now forgotten that, and they're looking at how they've handled it.
Well, Allen said, Jeremy, Allen said he wants to take it year to year. I think he wants to take it year to year as opposed to signing a below-market deal or when he has less leverage to negotiate. No quarterback, it's the first quarterback to ever have 2 back-to-back franchise tags. Nobody wants to be year to year, Jeremy.
Right, this is easy money, and I love it when it's easy to count numbers. Of 53 you mentioned, and if you're Kirk Cousins, you thought you had a nice little slow dance going with the Redskins, right? Last year, the Redskins wanted time to evaluate and lowball a deal, so they said, cool, we'll play in the tag. This year, it sounds like Cousins wanted time. He wanted to play on the tag, yes.
Reversed it.
But until they matched money, because they were miles apart for a while now. And so, you know, with this press conference and calling him Kurt with a T, I mean, you're kind of throwing all that out now. And so any bitterness that had festered that maybe had been repaired is now back in the
Again,
closet.
$72 million guaranteed for injury, not skill.